Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am ZJ Pierce. I am one of your hosts for All Tied Up Promotions, Nerds Watching Wrestling. Please be on the lookout for more episodes of 2026. The reason I'm here today is I'm trying to get more wrestling content out as the year progresses. Obviously, I'm going to be working with Nerds Watching Wrestling, but I wanted to start to do something a little more visual this year in 2026. So if it's all right with y'all, I would like to go on a trial run now that it's the start of the year, 2026. The first Smackdown of the year has just concluded. And if y'all got about 5-10 minutes, I would love to tell y'all what went down. So let's hop into it! Okay, so Smackdown started with The Miz, of all people, ready to air his grievances about 2025. Obviously, last year was all about the retirement of John Cena and the introduction of new stars to the company, which obviously didn't sit right with The Miz. So he's here to air out his grievances, talking about now that John Cena's gone, he's the new locker room leader, yada, yada, yada. This leads to the return of the Viper, Randy Orton. Makes his first appearance on SmackDown in about 5 months, where Miz basically, puts them over as the locker room leaders, even suggesting that they could become Miz KO, as you know, Miz has latched on to whoever the hottest thing out is. This leads to 2 RKOs by everyone's favorite Viper. We then immediately go into our first match of the night as Rhea Ripley, Io Shirai, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss took on the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, and Lash Legend. This match served a few purposes. One, we're still trying to get over the fact that Lash Legend is the new powerhouse of the SmackDown's women's division. Hence why with this team with Nia Jax is going to last till about March. Establish Rhea Ripley and Io Shirai as the next #1 contenders for Asuka and Kairi's Tag Team Championships, which did play a part in the ending, as while Kairi was going for the insane elbow, Rhea Ripley just straight up caught her, hit her with the headbutt, Riptide tagging Io for the moonsault. They win the 8-woman tag team match. Very good match. Backstage, we learned that Jordynne Grace is looking for somewhere to sign, but she's interrupted by Chelsea Green and later runs in to Jade Cargill, who suggests that she does sign somewhere else. Speaking of signings, we have a mystery match as Kit Wilson, who never gets a graphic, is giving a match with what at first looks like to be Zack Ryder, later confirmed to be Matt Cardona. Yes, Matt Cardona has signed using his indie name. He is now back in WWE. I kind of get it, but seeing as how he was literally just Zack Ryder 3 weeks ago for the John Cena Last Time Is Now tournament, and now he's Matt Cardona. You kind of got to see how these name things work. Because, now has Zack Ryder returned? Did Matt Cardona debut? When we mentioned Zack Ryder being a former 2-time tag team champion and former Intercontinental champion, United States champion, does that rub up on Cardona? I don't know. But Matt Cardona is back. He beat Kit Wilson with the radio silence that Michael Cole still referred to as the Rough Rider. These names do not matter. Welcome back, Matt Cardona. Yay. Next we have the United States Open Challenge match between Carmelo Hayes and Johnny Gargano. These are things that NXT dreams were made out of. Beautiful match. Very compelling. Great back and forth. Johnny Gargano should win a singles championship this year. I'm going to go ahead and say it. Johnny Gargano needs a singles title win this year. But tonight was not going to be his night as he fell to Carmelo Hayes after the first 48 and leg drop finisher. We get a video package with the Wyatt Six asking the MFTs and Wwe Scholar if they really know what family is, because no one's a family like the Wyatt family. I honestly forgot the Wyatt Six were your tag team champions. After that video package, we cut to Tama Tonga, who's getting advice from Shinsuke Nakamura, as it seems Tama Tonga still wants to move into the United States title picture, but is also reading with some words of wisdom by Wwe Scholar, who doesn't want his MFTs broken up. This is a lot going on, and honestly, I hope Tama Tonga goes for the United States Championship very soon. We get the return on TV of Sami Zayn, who was in the crowd for John Cena's last match at Saturday night's main event, and he comes out and said his child asked Sami Zayn, "Why do we call John Cena the Never Seen 17? Sami Zayn answers, "Because John Cena is a 17-time world champion." Sami Zayn's son asked, how many times have you held the World Heavyweight Championship? Surprise, it's 0. But this is 2026, and Sami Zayn claims that it's going to be his year to finally go for the WWE Undisputed Championship. He is then interrupted by the finally making his main roster debut of Trick Williams. Trick Williams says that Nick Aldis dialed 1-800-WHOOP that and said he needed to bring some much-needed star power to the SmackDown roster. Sami Zayn lets Trick Williams know that the only reason you feel this way is because you have yet to be humbled, and Nick Aldis agrees. So next week, Trick Williams will be taking on Rey Fenix. I cannot wait for that match. In Women's United States Championship action, Julia defeated Chelsea Green to win her second United States Women's Championship. This was once again a very good match. Chelsea Green proving why she deserves everything, but this was always about getting this title back on Julia now that we've made all our rounds with Triple A, Ethan Page, NXT, yada, yada, yada. Congratulations to Julia. Honestly, should have never won the belt, honestly, should have never lost the belt, but hey, you got it back. Congratulations. And in the main event, SmackDown, can't stay up to the main event yet. Forgot all about the WWE Championship segment because honestly, with Drew McIntyre, I could care less at this point. So, Drew McIntyre is allowed to name the 3 stipulations for him and Cody Rhodes' WWE Championship match next week in Berlin, Germany, which will be a 3 Stages of Hell match. Obviously, Cody Rhodes cannot touch Drew McIntyre until it's time for said match. Otherwise, he will be stripped of the WWE Championship, and Drew McIntyre knows this full well, so he tries to take advantage of it. Before he starts to antagonize Cody, he lays out the 3 stipulations. The first fall in the Stage of Hell will be a traditional wrestling match. The second Stage of Hell will be a Falls Count Anywhere match. And in the event that Cody and Drew McIntyre go 1-1, the third stipulation is an old school cage match. I didn't get why he necessarily had to enunciate that this was going to be an old school cage match until I realized that they're in Germany, cage is probably going to be the best. So when they said it's going to be an old school cage match, I'm thinking it's going to be the big blue cage with the open ceiling, all that yada yada, rather than the traditional cage match because Germany. Like I said, after that, we had the aforementioned Women's United States Championship match with Chelsea Green and Julia. Congratulations, Julia. You are now a 2-time United States Women's Champion. And our main event saw Aleister Black take on Damian Priest in SmackDown's first ever ambulance match. I don't know how true that is. Michael Cole kept making a point of it, so congratulations, SmackDown. You guys finally received an ambulance match. This match was very good. It went through 3 commercials breaks. The timing, to me, was a little off at times because it seemed like they hit all the big spots, but they still had to fill that 3-hour time slot that SmackDown now has. So the end of the match kind of dragged when Aleister finally gets Damian on the stretcher. Him and Zelina are trying to get him up to the ambulance and get him in the ambulance. This is why I feel the ending should have went on ahead and came instead of giving us extra 5-6 minutes of the match, because once Zelina tries to open the ambulance on Aleister's behalf, Rhea Ripley is there. She immediately chases Zelina to the ring where Zelina eats a soul riptide. And it's gone. Terror Twins on top again. But like I said, this match goes for another 5 more minutes with a couple great spots, including Damian Priest razors edging Aleister Black onto the hood of the ambulance, followed by a chokeslam off the top of the ambulance onto 2 tables that Damian Priest just dragged from the ringside area. Well, dragged from the stage, honestly. Chokeslammed Aleister Black through those 2 tables and threw him in the back of the ambulance for the win. This is a very good edition of SmackDown. A great way to start off the new year. We have a new champion. We have some new faces on SmackDown. We have some returning faces on SmackDown. And the WWE Championship match for next week in Berlin, Germany has been set. Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre, 3 Stages of Hell. I'm excited. But let me know what you guys think of tonight's SmackDown. If you didn't get to watch it, I hope this video gave you a pretty good, clear idea of what happened. Make sure you continue to follow me, and make sure you follow the Nerds Watching Wrestling podcast. We will have new episodes coming out very soon, including a episode talking about the best of 2025 between me and the quantifiable one in WWE and AEW. But as for right now, I have been the Southern Wrestling Scholar, ZJ Pierce. We will see y'all next time.